Good evening, and welcome to your AI Daily Press evening podcast for April 22, 2026. I'm your host, Walter. We begin with the ongoing tensions between Iran and the U.S., as well as Israel, where widespread layoffs and soaring inflation are affecting many Iranians. In a related development, Ukraine has announced plans to restart oil flows via the Druzhba pipeline, which could potentially unblock the EU's loan to the country and stabilize the region's energy supply. In other news, an international report estimates that over $70 billion will be needed to rebuild Gaza following weeks of intense conflict. Meanwhile, on the African continent, Zimbabwe has launched a presidential scheme to provide internet access to thousands of schools, aiming to install antennas in rural areas and transform the lives of children who have never had access to the internet before. In sports news, San Antonio Spurs player Victor Wembanyama suffered a concussion during a game, and his condition is being closely monitored. And finally, human rights organization Amnesty International has expressed concerns over Venezuela's repressive apparatus remaining in place despite international pressure for reform. We'll continue to bring you updates on these developing stories as more information becomes available. And that's the way it is. Now for the latest in social and cultural news, here is Barbara Waters.
You, Walter, and then shall know what's right now. First, we looked at the ongoing conflict in Ukraine, where a proposed summit between President Zelensky and Russian leader Putin could be a crucial step towards resolving the conflict. We also touched on the completion of repairs on the Druzhba pipeline, which may unlock a blocked EU loan for Ukraine. Next, we highlighted two stories that showcase community resilience in the face of adversity. In Gaza, the Phoenix Library has become a beacon of hope for displaced Palestinians, while in Venezuela, Amnesty International has warned about the ongoing struggles of the Venezuelan people and the need for international attention to protect human rights. Lastly, we focused on Pope Leo XIV's visit to Equatorial Guinea, where he's been vocal about the need for reform amidst concerns over human rights abuses and judicial injustices. Human rights organizations are urging the Pope to speak out against the U.S. deportation of migrants to Equatorial Guinea and to encourage African nations to take a stand. These stories remind us that behind every headline, there are individuals and families whose lives are being shaped by these events. As journalists, our role is not only to inform, but also to provide context and perspective, inspiring meaningful dialogue about how we can collectively work towards solutions. Now, for the latest in business and finance, here is Louis Riskweiser.
Thank you, Barbara. First, we saw a flurry of earnings reports from major corporations, offering insights into the state of the global economy. Despite concerns over inflation and interest rates, several banks reported rising profits, while others faced unique challenges. In another development, significant announcements were made by major Indian companies, including SBI Life, Tata Communications, and the Tata Group. These announcements showcased the resilience of these companies amidst global economic uncertainty. Lastly, the escalating crisis in the aviation industry due to surging fuel prices has prompted several major airlines to cut thousands of summer flights. The conflict in the Middle East has led to a shortage of aviation fuel, causing disruptions to travelers and affecting tourism. Experts predict further ticket price rises and canceled flights as the situation continues to unfold. These stories highlight the complex forces shaping the global economy today. As always, we will keep you updated on any further developments and provide expert analysis on how these events may impact your investments and the broader economy. Stay informed with AI Daily Press for the latest news and insights from the world of finance. Now for the latest in science and technology, here is Carl Starman.
Thank you, Louis. First, we take a closer look at SpaceX's latest advancements in space technology and the implications of private companies leading the charge in space exploration. We also examine the potential risks and challenges associated with this new era of space travel. Next, we explore ChargePoint's new Express Solo DC fast charger, which can deliver an impressive 350 kW of power and charge 2 EVs simultaneously. This breakthrough in charging technology has the potential to make electric vehicles more accessible and appealing to a wider audience. Finally, we touch on the latest developments in the world of electric vehicles and sustainable energy, highlighting the importance of continued investment and support for initiatives that promote eco-friendly transportation and reduce our reliance on fossil fuels. Now for the latest in sports, here is Howard Closewell.
Thank you, Carl. Firstly, we've been following the NFL draft, which is just around the corner. The top prospects are generating a lot of buzz, with Fernando Mendoza, the Heisman-winning quarterback from Indiana, expected to be the #1 overall pick. Our analyst, Mike Renner, has released his top 10 prospects, featuring an impressive list of talented athletes. In other news, we've been delving into the story of the New York Mets' unprecedented losing streak. The team's 12-game losing streak has left fans and pundits scratching their heads, wondering how it came to this. We've examined the intricacies of this tale, exploring the psychological impact of such a streak on fans and the team itself. These stories highlight the unpredictable nature of sports, where triumphs and tribulations are an integral part of the game. As we continue to monitor these developments, we're reminded that it's not just about winning or losing, but about how teams respond to adversity and bounce back from setbacks. And now, let's dive deeper into these stories with our in-depth analysis and expert insights. Now, for the latest in travel and human interest, here is Charles Carroll.
Thank you, Howard. First, we looked at the heart-wrenching story of a family facing eviction, highlighting the human side of the ongoing housing crisis. This personal tale underscores the need for empathy and understanding in addressing this critical issue. Next, we delved into the rapidly shifting world of television and media consumption. With streaming and social media platforms offering endless options, traditional TV viewing habits are changing dramatically. We explored the numbers behind this shift, including significant declines in viewership for major networks, and pondered what this means for the future of entertainment. Finally, we took a closer look at the world of cars, specifically the convenience and environmental considerations surrounding oil changes. Valvoline Instant Oil Change is making it easier for drivers to keep their vehicles running smoothly while promoting eco-friendly practices. These stories may seem disparate, but they share a common thread: the evolving nature of our daily lives. Whether it's how we consume media, take care of our cars, or navigate the challenges of housing, it's clear that adaptability and awareness are key in today's fast-paced world. Now for the latest in fashion and entertainment, here is Joan Streams.
Thank you, Charles. Firstly, we discussed the thought-provoking book, Deconstructing the Kardashians, which challenges readers to think critically about modern entertainment and the blurred lines between reality and fabrication. Next, we dove into the fascinating world of K-pop with BTS's latest venture, BTS, the City Arirang, set to launch in Las Vegas and Busan. This innovative project promises a next-level cultural experience for fans, blending music, art, and the unique charm of each city. Lastly, we brought you updates from the music world, where Post Malone's greatest hits compilation, the Diamond Collection, reached a significant milestone in the UK, solidifying his position as a musical superstar. Another major artist also achieved significant success on the UK charts, highlighting the enduring popularity of their music. Good night. Now for the latest in nature and environment, here is David Nature.
Thank you, Joan. In our recent features, we've explored some fascinating stories that highlight the intricate relationships between humans, technology, and wildlife. Firstly, we delved into the intriguing world of female caribous, who have been found to grow antlers not just for defense or intimidation, but as a source of crucial nutrients for new mothers. These antlers, rich in calcium and phosphorus, are deliberately shed and then consumed by the caribous, showcasing their resourcefulness and adaptability in harsh environments. We also looked at how technology is being used to manage wildlife conflicts in urban areas, such as in Foster City, California, where a unique experiment is underway to humanely deter Canada geese from overcrowding public spaces. The city's approach involves using innovative gadgets and devices, including GPS trackers, cameras, and a remote-controlled device called the Gooseinator, to encourage the geese to relocate without causing them harm. Lastly, we touched on the broader implications of relying on technology to solve wildlife issues, highlighting both the potential benefits and drawbacks. As cities expand and natural habitats shrink, finding balanced solutions that respect both human needs and wildlife well-being becomes increasingly important. These stories remind us of the awe-inspiring diversity and ingenuity found in nature, as well as the complex challenges we face in managing our relationships with the natural world. And that completes our evening podcast for today. Thank you for listening. Till tomorrow morning, I'm David Attenditure for AI Daily Press, the world's most unbiased news source.